Anything interesting going on in the market? I saw the market didn't react to the CPI number, and then now it is. But again, I try to ignore such things because it's really hard to be an expert in macroeconomics. There's a lot of people that are experts in macroeconomics. So there's no real point in, if you're trying to pursue a career on Wall Street, are you going to work for a macro fund, or are you going to work for, the Bitcoin price is right, the close price is not right. So it's, have it at a reference point price instead of the daily close. I don't know if the market will go up or down. I was just explaining that I don't think you should really care about that. Why would you care about that? What's the point? Are you going to work on Wall Street and try to work for somebody saying, "Oh, I know when the market goes up and I know when the market goes down"? That's not a career. You should focus on what can you market. If you become the expert in semiconductor stocks, someone will want to hire you, and maybe you can make money, in semiconductors. But you certainly are not going to convince anybody that you know when the market's going to go up and down because you study inflation and you know more about inflation than anybody else. I mean, there's nothing wrong with pursuing a degree in economics, but I don't think that's what's going to get you there. Quantum grammar? That sounds fun. Yeah, I mean, most people are just gambling when it comes to the macro. I'm highly leveraged, aka I'm gambling. Oh, I'm having all kinds of systems issues, database connection issues, nightmare. Yeah, you can go to github.com/Martin Shkreli. Macro will affect all of your industries equally, so you don't really have to follow the macro. If you worked at a hedge fund and you start talking about CPI, people would laugh at you. It's like, what the hell do you know about that? Unless you're a macro trader, that has spent your whole life on macro trading, then in which case, which I'm not, by the way, then you don't have to worry about it at all. All right, let me see. I have to investigate. All right, so it does look like there was some, I guess, COVID pickup period. Let's continue to look at this for Airbnb. It's another company that's kind of operated outside the law in a lot of ways, sort of like Uber. Don't appear to pay taxes, but that's probably because they lost gobs of money during COVID or something. Steve Cohen or Stan Druckenmiller? Oh man, I don't know. You're talking about two very rich guys that have been very good at the stock market. That's like arguing about Michael Jordan or LeBron James or something like that. You know, I'd say Steve Cohen's probably had more of an impact on Wall Street. You know, Druckenmiller certainly is an incredible investor, but you know, Steve Cohen sort of had a kind of a bigger business environment. Duquesne and Point State. I guess Point State wasn't really Stan anyway, but point is, you know, Cohen's sort of empire on Wall Street is always sort of bigger than Druckenmiller's, if that makes sense. So his footprint was kind of bigger. Not that that's the be-all end-all. Cohen never went to jail, no. Steve Cohen was generally kind of vaguely accused of insider trading by a lot of people, but it never really stuck in any particular way. You also have to think about the era that Steve grew up in on Wall Street was rife with insider trading. I mean, information arbitrage, quote unquote, was very, very popular. It's a lot less popular now. But back in the day, you know, it was all about what information you had. That's changed a lot. You know, people are no longer scrambling for secret information, primarily because it's kind of illegal to do so, but also because it doesn't seem to work that great. You know, companies' results can change quickly, and if you want to build a scalable enterprise, you can't, you know, try to be on top of every single stock in every single market, and you're in and out as soon as the conditions of that company's earnings change. That's not really a great way to invest. You know, Warren Buffett doesn't invest that way, for example. You know, it's kind of a silly thing. You're looking for companies that have, you know, the ability to grow and things like that. I mean, you make tons of money when you can do that. You can buy one stock that can really become a world leader. That's what Buffett did. Again, I'm not saying Cohen's strategy, you know, speaks for itself. His results are incredible, you know, but his results are kind of like funding lots of traders, in essence, to manage, you know, smaller amounts of money, and you know, hope that they can outperform the market. And you know, that's worked really great. It was a brilliant move that he was sort of somewhat of a pioneer on. You know, the whole pod shop is kind of the way some people say it, but giving a portfolio to different analysts. Like, for example, in this chat, I would give Ergo44 $200 million to trade biotech, and I would give Like Smasher $500 million to trade tech.